Hi, everyone. Welcome to the AT&T Countdown to Kickoff, possibly our final home match of the year, as Atlanta United hosts FC Cincinnati this evening. And for what it's worth, Atlanta United has gotten a lot of lifelines over the last couple nights. Now they have an opportunity. If they can somehow get 3 points tonight, they're going to go into decision day with life, with a chance to make the postseason. But they've got to win tonight, Jason. And the reason why it's nothing other than a win that will do it is because of what happened Wednesday night, a 4-1 loss in Orlando.
Yeah, it's crazy. The match in Orlando, Atlanta United created more chances than they had recently. I'm comfortable in saying they played their best game of the last three. They had their worst result. That's the frustrating element of it. It's a good start that is washed away by Daryl Dike finding space between Fernando Meza and Anton Walks. Good ball into him. He turns, beats Brad Gazan. That gives Orlando the lead. A foul by Lawrence Weick gives Chris Mueller a free kick opportunity, and he hits an absolute world-class free kick that leaves Brad Gazan no chance right before the halftime break, and it's 2-0 Orlando. Now, coming into the second half, Atlanta played well early on, but they give up a third goal. You get another look at the Mueller goal here, and it's just an amazing free kick. One of the best you'll see this season in MLS. From every angle, it is an amazing free kick. But Atlanta started the second half pretty well. They conceded again after a mistake. Here it gets through Lawrence Weick. Daryl Dike beats him to the end line, and it's just too easy for Tesho Akindele. Dike had an amazing match. He is one of your favorites for young player of the year, in my opinion, in MLS. He punished Atlanta for their mistakes on Wednesday night. Atlanta did pull one back. Cubo Torres got his first in an Atlanta United kit off a corner from Marcelino Moreno, his first assist in an Atlanta United kit. But Orlando restored their 3-goal lead with about as fluky of a goal as you are going to find. A free kick that was wide. It deflected off of Remedi. It deflected off of Ayas and finds the back of the net. And Brad Gazan's trying to bounce back after going one way because of the initial shot and can't get back to it. Finishes 4-1 for Orlando, their biggest win in the series, and a very rough taste was left in Atlanta's mouth that they've got to wash out quickly and get a result today.
Yeah, and it's really got to be a win. Even
Yep.
a draw is probably not going to be enough. It needs to be a win. Unfortunately, the Orlando match exacted an injury toll on Atlanta United that may have not been perceptible at the time. We remember Anton Walks went out at the 50th minute after he got kicked. He is not going to play tonight. Ezequiel Barco went out in the 71st minute after he got kicked. He has not trained since, but he passed a fitness test today, so he's in the team, but not the starting lineup. Here is the 11 for tonight's match.
It's John Gallagher who comes in on the left wing replacing Barco. Adam John keeps his starting spot. Jurgen Damm, Marcelino Moreno, Mateo Sosatu, Mo Adams, they stay in the team. Backline, George Bello, Fernando Meza, Franco Escobar is back for Atlanta United. Brooks Lennon at right back comes back into the starting lineup. Brad Gazan in goal wearing the captain's armband. We've seen this midfield trio of Moreno, Josetu, Adams really set the tone for Atlanta United in these last few matches. I thought the three of them maybe had their best combined performance on Wednesday. Again, it sounds crazy because of the result, but those three played really, really well. It feels like that is a trio in the middle of the park that Stephen Glass can count on right now.
No, I'm with you, and I really like this right-sided trio, too, with Franco Escobar right center back, Brooks Lennon right wing back, playing it up to the right wing, and Jurgen Damm. I think that could be very, very intriguing tonight. But Marcelino Moreno is really going to have to drive this attack for Atlanta United tonight. I think we've seen a lot of promising things in a short amount of time out of Marcelino Moreno. How much can he give them tonight?
He started to look a little sharper, a little fitter every time we see him. He's been able to finish matches now. Look, he's not in midseason form right now. You know, this is a guy who hadn't played since March when he arrived. It showed early on, but you're starting to see, it feels like some of the rust is falling off as we watch. He's very good on the dribble. He is very good at opening the field up there. You've started to see him more willing going to goal. Some great chances he has had, and he's creating chances for others. But Moreno's combined effort is what makes him a central midfielder to watch in this league, because he can defend, he can set players up, he can also go to goal himself, but he does it at a pace that is hard to deal with. We haven't seen him at full pace yet. We've seen little glimpses of it, little flashes of it. You need to see that today, especially when you look at Cincinnati and their central midfield and Harris Medunjanin, who is very good on the ball, doesn't like to be running and chasing people very much. If Moreno can start to make him run, Cincinnati will have some problems defending.
Well, and we know that Cincinnati historically has put a lot of resources into defending, but as Stephen Glass mentioned on Friday, they've opened up a little bit more as this season has wound towards its conclusion. Cincinnati can keep itself mathematically alive if they were to get a win tonight. To me, Frankie Amaya is the player that Atlanta United really needs to focus on, and not just because he scored against them back in July in Disney World.
He's the one who's kind of opened things up for them and allowed them to get forward a little bit more. He plays a nominal number 10 in their system right now, in front of Medunjanin and in front of Makocho. And Frankie Amaya can do the job defensively. That's been a really impressive element of his game that I didn't see coming out of college. But he is really good in tight spaces, as we see in the goal against Atlanta down in Orlando at the MLS's back tournament. Frankie Amaya is one to watch. Frankie Amaya flies under the radar because he's playing for Cincinnati. They haven't had a ton of success. He is one of the more talented young American central midfielders who can play on both sides of the ball. I think he's the one who, now that you have Makocho and Medunjanin has somebody who can help him, and Amaya's not sitting quite as deep, Amaya's able to pull the strings a little bit more for Cincinnati and make them a little bit more difficult to deal with, because they're not just a defense-first team anymore. They want to be solid defensively. They want to be very compact. They're going to move side to side and try to cut off half of the field as much as they can. But they can get forward. And Frankie Amaya is critical to that. He's the link, and he's the one who becomes the fourth player in the attack, but he can also become the seventh player defending and do a good job on that side as well.
As far as the tools to the match are concerned for Atlanta United against Cincinnati tonight, let's go back to that lineup. And I talked about Lennon and Damm. Lennon's been an elite crosser this year. Damm has been very good. Gallagher on the left side has been a very good crosser too. High-quality crosses, it feels like, against a Cincinnati team that can be very, very compact in front of their own goal. It's going to be important to have high-quality crosses tonight.
Yeah, I think Atlanta can control the middle of the park, but they have to do that to set things up out wide. And you want Adam Jahn in the middle, staying centrally, trusting these wide players in John Gallagher, in Brooks Lennon, in Jurgen Damm, in George Bello. You want to trust them, stay central, wait for the service. Adam Jahn has to fill that role. If he can do that, he's going to occupy these center backs. He might not win every cross, but he's going to occupy the center backs and create space for Marcelino Moreno, for Mateo Sosetu, and even for Mo Adams stepping forward. Jahn will get his chances with the service tonight, but I think if he stays central, he's going to be able to open the field up for everybody else. And if Atlanta can keep those channels open going forward, Cincinnati will give them some opportunities to get to goal.
All right, so here's the deal again. If Atlanta United wins tonight, they'll go into decision day with a chance, and maybe even a decent chance, to make the postseason. If they draw or if they lose tonight, it could be all over. So there's a lot on the line. Scoring that first goal is going to be imperative. Atlanta United has not lost this year. In fact, they're 5-0-0 when they have scored the first goal this year. When they've conceded the first goal, 0-12-2. I think we know the first goal is going to be very valuable tonight.
Do you want me to add another stat to that list?
Of course.
Cincinnati has never won a match where they conceded the first goal in MLS. They've lost 30 of them. Atlanta has to get the first goal. It's critical tonight.
Yeah, it's non-negotiable as far as I'm concerned. 7 o'clock, the kickoff, Fox Sports Southeast. You can listen to Jason and I on Sports Radio 92.9 The Game. It's going to be a big one, very likely the final home match of 2020. There will be fans here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We're certainly looking forward to seeing you, and we are looking forward to seeing you next Sunday afternoon for Decision Day in Columbus, our final edition of the AT&T Countdown to Kickoff in 2020. Enjoy the match.